President Trump today stepped up his efforts to make migrant caravans a central issue in the coming midterm elections. In lengthy White House remarks, he promised an executive order next week to deny legal asylum to those who enter without documents. It was unclear if he meant a blanket ban or something less. Mr. Trump also dismissed existing federal laws that say all who reach U.S. soil may apply for legal asylum.
We will not allow our generosity to be abused by those who would break our laws, defy our rules, violate our borders, break into our country illegally. We won't allow it.
The president has already ordered thousands of regular U.S. Army troops to the border. Today, he suggested that if migrants throw rocks, the soldiers might fire in response. After his remarks today, Mr. Trump headed out for another pre-election rally, this one in Missouri. Meanwhile, Oprah Winfrey campaigned in Georgia, urging voters to turn out for Democrat Stacey Abrams. She is trying to become the nation's first black female governor.
We are not powerless. Every single one of us has the same power at the polls. Cannot be suppressed and cannot be denied. As our civil rights predecessors used to say, we shall not be moved.
The Republican gubernatorial nominee is Brian Kemp, who is Georgia's Secretary of State overseeing elections. He has denied trying to suppress Democratic voter turnout. We'll have a closer look at this issue later in the program. The accused gunman in the Pittsburgh synagogue massacre pleaded not guilty today to a 44-count federal indictment. The charges against Robert Bowers range from murder to hate crimes. Also today, funerals were held for 3 more of the 11 people shot to death at the Tree of Life synagogue. In Indonesia, divers recovered one of the flight recorders from a passenger airliner that crashed into the Java Sea on Monday. All 189 people on board the Lion airplane were killed. Today, Indonesian TV showed divers handing over the bright orange device to investigators. To analyze, they are still searching for a second recorder. An international watchdog group reports today that sexual abuse is rampant in North Korea. Human Rights Watch says that it interviewed more than 100 North Korean defectors. In South Korea today, one woman who served in the North Korean military said female soldiers were routinely attacked.
Women in the North Korean military base I was in were kicked out of the military after being sexually assaulted by high-level officers. About 9:30 every night, women were summoned and sexually abused, but then they were dishonorably discharged on charges of playing around with their superiors.
Human Rights Watch warned that the world is ignoring the abuse as it focuses on efforts to make peace with Pyongyang. The Trump administration imposed new economic sanctions on Venezuela and Cuba today and plans to add Nicaragua as well. In Miami, President Trump's national security advisor, John Bolton, branded the 3 countries as, quote, a troika of tyranny. He said the U.S. will no longer appease those he called dictators and despots near our shores. Separately, the U.S. Justice Department stepped up a campaign against Chinese corporate espionage. Officials today charged a Chinese firm with stealing secrets from the U.S. semiconductor company Micron. A firm in Taiwan was also charged. Some fierce fall weather battered the U.S. Gulf Coast states overnight and today. Storms moving in a line from East Texas into northwest Alabama left 2 people dead. Heavy rain and winds gusting to 60 miles an hour toppled trees and power lines. At least 110,000 customers lost power across 4 states. There is word that the U.S. Coast Guard Academy is being investigated for racial discrimination. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed it today. The Coast Guard Academy was already under congressional pressure to address racial insensitivity and disparities, that is, in discipline. And on Wall Street, stocks rose for a 3rd day as tech shares rebounded. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained nearly 265 points to close at 25,380. The Nasdaq rose 128 points, and the S&P 500 added 28. Still to come on the NewsHour, how alleged voter suppression could affect the outcome of several close elections. Google employees protest their company's handling of sexual misconduct allegations. Making sense of a ballot initiative to provide universal home care to senior citizens in the state of Maine. The bitter debate over what to do with the body of Spain's former military dictator, and much more.